500 and now winners of 6 of 8. Nick Richards, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker on display in the Motor City today. Big Nick, an historic Suns debut off the bench. We'll talk about that. Devin Booker, homecoming, book big first half, big game at 35. How about KD? Not a big first half, but as only KD could do. 1 field goal in the first half. Finishes with 36 as the Suns win it.
They catapulted him.
They do. Yeah, and he got great airtime there after the foul. 125, 121. Suns get a nice win today over an improving Pistons team. Look, I mean, they had a fight for that game down the stretch. Tim Ring, Tom Chambers, welcome into Suns Game Time, presented by Sweet James. But TC, you know what? It came down to making plays on offense, getting stops on defense, and getting defensive rebounds.
Well, it was a great win because that Detroit team has been hot. They want to beat this Suns team. They wanted to, have a season sweep. But Kyle Book started off. He was terrific. I mean, KD was terrific in the second half. But Nick Richards, what a difference maker. I mean, for a guy to go out there and get 4 offensive rebounds, he was 29 minutes, just got off the plane, as Book said there, and he was a plus 22 in the game. I mean, he was dominating out there in this basketball game. Duren still had 7 offensive rebounds, but Nick Richards made the difference.
Richards had 21 and 11. I mentioned historic there in the open because he's the first player in Suns history to come off the bench in his debut and go for at least 20 and 10. And TC, we talked about it before the game and at halftime. The Suns statistically, when you talk about league leaders, bottom of the league in points in the paint, bottom of the league in offensive rebounds. And Nick Richards right away making a difference in both of those categories and more.
Absolutely. They might not be in the cellar anymore after just 1 game. So you love what he's doing. I just love a big man who goes up and finishes, goes up and tries to dunk the basketball. Does not passing it out for a 3-point shot when you're standing underneath the hoop. Finish. He did. He didn't do anything but a layup. A layup. Nothing but a layup. And he had 20 points.
There's an athleticism that he brings to that position that the Suns have been lacking. Even when Nurkic was at the top of his game, Nick Richards brings things to the table from a God-given ability standpoint that the Suns sorely need and they haven't had in a while.
You're absolutely right. I mean, also is athletic, but he's not big enough and strong enough. Nick Richards knows where he's supposed to be. He knows his role. He doesn't have to do anything but catch and finish and go to the offensive glass more than anything. The offensive glass. We saw tonight what a backbreaker it can be when you get an offensive rebound and goes out for a 3. Okay? I mean, when you get those second chance opportunities, you see how it can correct. I think it's the first time this year I've said the Suns won partially because of that. Thank you, Mr. Richards.
Well, you know what? You can thank him yourself right now as we go back out live to Detroit, Little Caesars Arena. There he is, Nick Richards. Nick, I don't know if you planned on maybe getting 21 and 11 today, but on behalf of Suns fans everywhere, we're glad that you did. Congrats on a great debut. Your thoughts on the game?
I think we played good basketball today. The second half, a lot of guys turned it up. I think everybody, just played the role, stuck to the game plan that coach planned out for us, and we came out with a win.
So were you able to pack bags? Were you able to, load things up, trying to get ready, get on the airplane, and then come out and expect to play 29 minutes in your debut here with the Suns?
Yeah, I mean, Coach talked about I don't think he planned on playing me this much, but, I think he got some faith in me tonight. I appreciate it. It's a great win for the team, great debut for me, and I think that I was having fun out there, and everybody else was having fun.
Nick, I understand you got a crash course in what the Suns like to do offensively and defensively in the ballroom at the hotel. I don't know if you guys were using folding chairs. Can you speak to that? What Coach Bud had to do to get you ready to go today?
Man, as soon as I got off the plane, he took me to the gym. We were in the gym for an hour, running over every single set, every single play, every single defensive set. So I just try to take it as much information as I can. He told me just go out there, do what you know, make mistakes. It's your first game. Whatever things you did wrong, we'll fix it in the end.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're an island guy. You're used to warm weather. You absolutely have to be excited to go into Phoenix, where you're going to get a lot more sunshine, a lot more warmth.
For sure. For sure.
Hey.
I mean, I'm an East I moved to New York. I moved to New York when I came from Jamaica, so I'm used to the cold weather, but it's nice to get some sun every night.
Look at that smile. He's happy.
Hey, Nick, listen, I know you're a team first guy and you don't want to take all the accolades, but on behalf of everybody again, welcome to Phoenix and congrats on a heck of a debut today
awesome.
for the Phoenix Suns and getting that win over Detroit.
Welcome, big fella.
All right, Nick Richards there live at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. So, TC, I mean, as advertised, and we talked about this on the pregame show, you know, his numbers, 9 and 7.5 in Charlotte, okay, but 21 minutes a game. The minutes go up.
Yes.
You got to feel the numbers are going to go up.
Plus, his surrounding cast there's a couple of superstars out there in Booker and KD. He's not going to get nearly as much attention. You know, he's going to just go do what he does, keep guys off the glass, and rebound the ball offensively. I mean, and also contest shots. He's going to do that a lot. So he's only going to get better in his Suns uniform. But I'm kind of giddy. I mean, I am.
You're getting very
I am. I just, you know, got tired of the two things we keep harping on. You know, bad in the paint scoring, okay? Bad, you know, like league worst kind of thing as far as offensive rebounding. Those two things will change. Well, they already did change, and the Suns got to win in a very tough place to get a win right now.
You know, I also think an influx of size and athleticism, also an influx of energy, perhaps, with Nick Richards in the fold. Let's bring in Eddie Johnson courtside. Eddie, before we get into other details on the game, we do want to get your thoughts on the debut of Nick Richards. I mean, 21 and 11, but it's not just about the numbers, it's about the impact on the game, and he certainly had one today.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's what was needed. I mean, it was pretty simple. He didn't have to do anything difficult. He didn't have to create anything. All he had to do was be in the right place at the right time. And when he got the ball, he finished. Like I said time and time again, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker is going to make the game easy for you. But when you catch it, you got to do something with it. And he did that offensively, and then he rebounded the ball. So, I mean, that's what this team has been missing. And with Kevin and KD as hot as they were and as dominant as they were offensively, all you needed to do now was take care of the ball. And I thought for the most part they did. They only had 10 turnovers for 13 points they gave up. And then rebound the ball. That's it. I've always said this about this team, guys. If they don't turn it over and they compete rebounding offensively, they're going to always have a chance to win. And just think about it. Bradley Beal didn't even play. So that's another offensive guy that wasn't here. So very excited about what Nick Richards can bring. And I love how he produced without the Suns having to force it upon him.
Well, Eddie, you scored 21 points. You do nothing but dunk the basketball and get layups. I am so tired of bigs in the NBA, not just with the Suns, catching the ball underneath the basket and throwing it back out for a three. I know the three's what you're supposed to do, but go up and dunk the basketball. Get somebody in foul trouble. Make them guard you out there. He did exactly what this team and a lot of the league has been missing.
Yeah. I mean, again, you play your game. That's it. I mean, you got two unreal scorers on your team. You don't need to create and do anything. Ryan Dunn is learning that, right? Staying in this position. He had 10 points early. He didn't get many after that because the ball just didn't come his way. Tyus Jones didn't really get a lot of opportunities. They weren't leaving him, so he didn't force anything, but he still had a bunch of assists. Like, it's just that kind of rhythm. Grayson Allen didn't get a ton of touches. Why? Because they didn't leave him. So it's just so many things that really was in the Suns' favor offensively. And now all you got to do is just make sure you rebound the ball, defend, and I thought they defended well. Ryan Dunn, again, fantastic job on Cade Cunningham, man. Like, you know, we can look at Nick Richards, we can look at KD and Devin, but, man, Ryan Dunn on Cade Cunningham, especially in that first half, was amazing. And I think that helped us stay close in the game. And it never allowed Cade to get into that rhythm that he's been in.
Well, what is amazing, besides him holding him to 7 of 25, is the fact that you can, you know, so I've seen people turn their hats sideways, you know, but I've never seen headset turned sideways. You're like a trendsetter out there, man.
Well, they're kind of broken. No, they're kind of broken right now.
I mean,
Okay,
you look
and
like
so,
Nick Richards.
You know, but yeah, I mean, you know what? They're kind of broken, but you all gotta understand something.
You pulled it off.
I can have an orange hat on.
Oh.
People are so mesmerized by my words, they never see the other
you know what?
negativity around me.
I saw
See,
nothing
that's
else.
That's what you all need
I
to
saw
understand.
nothing else.
You see, I could have a red jacket on and all that, but they just so mesmerized by my voice.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Hey, Eddie, I got to ask you about Durant. I mentioned it earlier. 1 for 9 in the first half, and the guy ends up with 36 in the game. But it wasn't just the points. I mean, Durant got a couple of big defensive rebounds down the stretch, which I thought were huge.
Look, I've said it time and time again with this guy, man. Like, I don't ever worry when he's cold in the first half. I'm just not. He was 1 for 9. And I said it during the telecast. I said before it's all said and done, the dude will still make up for it, and he'll shoot a good percentage. He wound up 13 for 27. Like, it's just amazing what an unreal scorer that he is. It's just something beautiful to see. So it never fails, and Devin right now is on a roll, man. What's that, 5 straight games over 30? Like, so, I mean, he is on a roll. Those two are scoring. Man, just do the other intangibles, this team will keep winning.
Well, Eddie, you mentioned Book right there, but 20 of 25 from the free throw line. 25 free throws attempted by those two guys. Just goes to show you they're not settling. They're going in there and forcing the issue when need be.
They didn't run away from the contact. Detroit's a very physical team. The last 2 games the Suns have played Detroit, 1 in the preseason and then 1 in the regular season. They've been very physical with them. They've knocked them around. And I thought they came in, obviously Nick Richards helped, but they came in and I think everybody was cognizant of what could happen. Ryan Dunn was active on the glass. They were blocking out a lot better than they normally do. And they handed it to Detroit. They were more physical than them, to tell you the truth, and they out-rebounded them. So, you know, out-rebounded them a +7. So that's something that we have not seen in a while either.
All right, Eddie, off to Cleveland, man. Have a good one.
What a style setter you are.
Yeah, let me go get some new headphones.
There you go.
Oh, my goodness. All right, there he is, Nick Richards. Oh, he can flip it in reverse as well. Oh, the big fella with 21 and 11 in his son's debut.